Hello there and welcome, my Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your Path of True Love read for January 2020, though timeless, depending on when you are watching this. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, president of Jarring the Circle Productions, professional witch, professional intuitive, and Virgo Sun sign. So very, very happy to be doing a Path of True Love read for you, though I already did my own before I started the series. Usually that keeps me out of the readings, but we'll see. If you are new to my channel, please do like and subscribe. Making my way to 1,000 subscribers so that I can do super live chat, make a little coin on the side. I've already had 2 clients today, so I got paid today, so I'm kind of happy to do these. I'm trying to do 3 videos a day minimum, depending on my workload for the day. And I have promised my subscribers that once I hit 1,000 plus a little more subscribers, just, you know, a little insurance, I am a Virgo, that I will do a little ditty called Drunk Tarot once a month or so. And there is a link in the description box below to a video I did last year, my favorite video of 2019, called Clarifying Drunk Tarot. Go have a watch. I love that one. I watch it every now and again just because it makes me giggle, right? We're going to get down to business in a little bit, but a couple of things just to get them out of the way. For starters, this is a general read, not a specific read. Specific reads you get when you sit with me one-on-one, right? Whether face-to-face or on Facebook Messenger or Skype or over the phone, right? That's just how it rolls, so please take what resonates. That's why I always do Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the Path of True Love readings. Same for the soulmate readings and same for the twin flame readings, right? Always throw Venus in there so that you can watch the different videos and get different percentages of clarity for yourself. It just makes sense that way. I'm reading hundreds of thousands of people in the collective, right? Tricky shit. For a reader, you do the best that you can to be as clear as possible with the information that you are seeing, that you are shown, that you see, that comes through you. I am clairvoyant, empathic, right? So keeping that in mind, a Path of True Love read, though about relationships, it's about your path of true love. It's about how you're doing on your spiritual healing hero's journey, evolutionary path in terms of your relationships, how you are becoming true love. That's why the Path of True Love is about you becoming true love, unconditional love, divine love, the love that conquers all, the love that breaks all curses. Yeah, right? Essentially, it's your path of divinity, right? But the relationships as a means through which you do that, right? So all different types of relationships are on the path of true love, just not the romantic sexual, but of course those tend to be a focus. Usually why people are coming to YouTube or in general for readings. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 7 different decks, 1 card from each deck, just to get you like a GPS overview, right? Like an eagle-eye view of, well, you could say answering the question, where am I on the path of true love? In this case, for the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Cool. Please remember to breathe. Well, you're going to anyway unconsciously make it conscious, because the more you and I are consciously being aware of our breath, we come deeper into the present moment. I align with the energy and the information more. It can flow through me a lot clearer than if the energy gets so high and so tight that I become like a teletype. Google teletype if you're a millennial. It's a long story. Machine gun, you know, however you want to see that, right? Plus, if you're doing it at the same time, you are tuning to the same source energy, chi, prana, guidance, grace, whatever you want to call it, that I am. So you're getting a more interior experience of it intuitively, while I'm sort of translating and broadcasting. Cool, cool? So take a nice deep breath. I'm here for you, my Virgo brothers and sisters. Let's have a look-see-duck-see. Nice deep breath. To find that still point. It's so earth signy. Let's start with the angels. Oh, all the decks that I read are in the description box. In the description box, all of them are at the bottom. Go have a look at my description box. There's some good stuff down there. I always try and put cool shit in there for my for the people who watch my stuff. Cool, cool. So we start with the Healing with the Angels Oracle, Doreen Virtue. My angels, please, 1 card in clarity. Your celestial overview for the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, rising, Venus signs. Where are we? Because I'm one of them. Where are we on the path of true love for January 2020, though timeless, depending on one of our other brothers and sisters might be watching this. Miracles, right out the gate. Now look, I'm a student and a teacher of Course in Miracles. Have been for over 20 years. I love the Course in Miracles. Its definition is a shift in consciousness from fear to love, a thought system based in fear to a thought system based in love, and the agent, if you will, the alchemical part of a miracle is called forgiveness, which is why if the book was called A Course in Forgiveness, nobody would read it. Right? Just saying, right? But true forgiveness, quantum-based, not Newtonian physics-based, very, very different take on miracles and forgiveness than we are used to, certainly because it's taking as a foundation that we are all one, right? That where it's like, you did that to me, so I'm going to forgive you, understanding that it's holographic. As you forgive one, you forgive all, right? That being said, the traditional meaning, though, of a miracle is something that defies natural law, like something that should not happen, could not happen, not even should, couldn't happen. It's not possible, and it happens, right? A miraculous healing, like somebody has a fatal diagnosis on Monday and then Tuesday it's gone from their body. It's a miracle, right? All the things that we call miracles, like getting green lights all the way home, that's not a miracle, that's just good timing, right? Maybe synchronicity. But the feeling, see, this is the empathic part of it, like the feeling of this, I get it right in my second and third chakra, second chakra and solar plexus, like something's coming. And it is something unexpected. And it is in the realm of the miraculous, something that you can feel coming, but you can't imagine it, right? You say something happens beyond your wildest dreams or better than you can imagine. That's the feeling that I'm getting with this, and I'm really skeptical about that stuff for me because, you know, everything is scripted into the divine plan, but that doesn't mean we know what it is. But you can sometimes feel stuff coming, right? Like thunder on the horizon, right? You can hear it. You can feel the rumble. So let's keep going. We're going to ask the Daughters of the Moon Tarot for the voices of the Divine Feminine. The collective Divine Feminine energy is half of the energy of the entire universe. I call it the voices of the goddess or goddesses, right? So let's do that. Nice Divine Feminine check here. Nice deep breath. My goddesses, please, one card in clarity for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, Path of True Love 2020. We got the card of Miracle here. What is this miracle about? Where are we on the Path of True Love? Let's see. well, what do you know? Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups, very much called the wish fulfillment card in many books as well as many readers. The wish fulfillment card, Nine of Cups, Kuan Yin, which also gives the emotional, you know, like we said, the divine yin, the divine feminine, that thing of contentment, compassion, Kuan Yin, Chinese bodhisattva of mercy and compassion, right? So it's go with the flow, let this come to you. The thing about miracles is we may have already done the work to be able to receive the miracle, but the miracle was hovering. It was going to happen anyway. It was written, right? These things are just unknown to us, but the divine has all this shit orchestrated and scripted and staged and lit, right? Like, that's lit. That miracle is lit. And we usually know about these things before we come into life. We sign the contract. We are chosen to play the role of the personality in the bodies that we're in. But that doesn't mean that there isn't, that we remember it. Of course we don't remember it. So there's nothing that we can do to screw this up. That's the thing about a miracle, particularly with the Nine of Cups. Just be open, just be compassionate, relax. You're one cup away from the 10. That ecstasy, that joy, that lovely completion of the cycle of emotion, the cycle of water. Let's ask the Divine Masculine, the voices of the God, right? Or the gods, plural. And the God that sits in the throne of Virgo for me is Dionysus, the sacred vine, and my dearest Lord, the patron mine. Yeah. So let's see what's going on here. My gods, please, one card in clarity. Breathe. My God. Such a difference. One card in clarity for the Virgo collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Where are we, this Virgo collective on the path of true love, considering we're talking about miracles and Kuan Yin, Nine of Cups. Where are we? Six of Swords. I'm going to say, of the suit of swords, this is my favorite card. It's the idea of the balancing of the mind. Six, a numerological number of harmony and balance, regardless of the suit or the element. Here we go from troubled waters to smooth water. So this can be about using the mind to meditate, right? To go from turbulent to calm. Therapy. Self-help, mental work, hypnosis, like anything using the mind to balance the mind and what calm the emotions, but usually a journey. Now people will say, oh, you got the Six of Swords, travel by water. That's a little literal, don't you think? This is about a mental journey, or at least a mental emotional journey, where the mind is the rudder, right? Kind of moving you in, navigating. That's the word they're giving me. Mental navigation from turbulent to calm. Pretty good. I mean, you could say that's even part of the Course in Miracles definition of a miracle, because it's about restoring the mind to peace, P-E-A-C-E, the peace of God, right? The peace that passeth understanding. And you know, it's special when they add the ETH, the passeth, the peace that passeth. So what we're going to do, now that we've got, you know, one angel card and two tarot down, definitely showing a trajectory, a miraculous trajectory. That's hard to say. We are going to use the Chuck Spezzano Love Pack. There are 4 suits in this deck. The problem suit, which is half of it, because you need to know what the problem is, right? The healing, the luck, and the grace suit. So we'll see what comes up. And this is the voice of the Ascended Masters. Those who've already played the game of humanity on planet Earth have graduated, right? They ascended, right? They alchemized their stuff and are reaching back through time and space to help us still in the game, right? They're the most human, I find, of the pantheons I work with. They have great senses of humor, at least the masters working with me, right? Like if you went to a college and you worked with master students, right? People who are in the advanced degree program, sort of that idea. Nice deep breath. Let's tune. All right, my masters, please, one card. Whoopsie, 1, not 12. 1 card, please. For this Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Where are we on the path of true love for January 2020, please? For this Virgo collective, my masters. This one, where are we? Expectations. Okay, so here's, and this is the thing. As soon as you hear the word miracle, you start expecting, well, it could be this, it could be this, it could be this, it could be this. So considering this is a month or so, it's like ish, that's why I put timeless in here, like January into February, with an amount of time like that. And let's face it, Virgos, we are overthinkers. We are ruled by Mercury, just like the Geminis are. So we have to keep an eye on our expectations. Release the outcome. However this miracle is supposed to play out, maybe it's completely internal, although I have to say with this in the masculine energy, the divine masculine energy, yeah, it's mental, emotional, but definitely moving you to something smoother than the turbulence you were in before in the external, hence the masculine energy part of it. So if you're going to expect anything, I think the best that we can do, and I'll include me in on this, is that this is going to work out. Something's going to happen working out better than we can expect, right? It's beyond expectation. So what do you do when the expectations, well, I hope it's this, I hope it's this. Because I'm not the first one to say it, but expectations are the seeds of disappointment, right? Even when you get it right, it's never like your expectation is what happens. It's never the same, right? It's just never exactly the way you expected it to be. So there's always a little bit of a letdown, right? So what do you do when an expectation pops in? You love the one inside of you that expects. This is what I say. It's okay, sweetheart. You're allowed to have an expectation. I love you. It's like that inner child that's like, oh, please let it be this. Oh, please let it be that. Let it be about this person. Please. Oh, I hope. No, hope and expect are not exactly the same thing. They're giving me Abraham Hicks, but the more general you are, the easier. Like, I hope it all works out. I expect the best to happen, and I have no idea what it is. Go with the grace of humility. The grace of humility, the maiden grace. It's in my book, Words of Grace, from a professional, which I'm sure the link is in the description box. It better be. If not, go to my website, jointhecircle.com. Read the reviews. It's a good book. It's the first grace I talk about in the book. It is my saving grace. Great maiden goddess, please grant me the grace of humility to know that I do not know, but I am willing to be shown, right? That I surrender my need to know how this is going to go so that I can take the journey. That we'll always be told what we need to know if and when we need to know it. So let us release expectations, right? Let me release the need for expectations on this. If it's a miracle, the divine has got it. There's nothing I can do to speed it up, slow it down, make it happen, blow it up. I can't. All I can do is take the journey. But how much of this is mental for us? I bet a lot. I bet a lot of this. So let's keep going. We've got 3 more cards down, right? 4 out of 7 done. We're going to ask the higher selves of all involved to communicate through I love this deck so much, the Whispers of Love Oracle. So nice deep breath, and let's see what they say about this, shall we? Here we go. Find that still point in the breath. There it is. The higher selves of all involved, please, mine included, I feel you, please, one card in clarity for this Virgo collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Where are we? Where is the Virgo collective on the path of true love for January 2020? I know. Here we go. You are limitless. Recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to do. You are limitless. Now, helpful? I mean, we're all limitless, right? We don't feel it. Yes, it's good to know. But with a thing like a miracle that itself can manifest itself in infinite number of ways, like not just the ones you can think of, the ones that would make sense, the ones that would be within natural law. We're talking about something that defies reason, right? Defies natural law sometimes, right? So this matches that. But then it's really indicating from the perspective of the higher self, not the perception, the perspective of the higher self, that all of this is beyond our usual set of limits. And as Virgos, earth signs, we're used to certain boundaries, certain probabilities being what? Probable. When it comes to things outside of what's probable, we tend to get a little shaky, right? So regardless of Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign, for us to remember, yes, but I am limitless. The soul that I am, the spirit that I am, was dreamed up by the divine. I mean, you do get that, right? The character that you play, your soul that inhabits the body of the character that you play, this world was all dreamed up by the divine, right? Some divine impulse wanted to be you and wanted to be me so much that it made all of this, right? That's pretty limitless. We are part of something that quite literally, because it's eternal, has no beginning, has no end, is without limit. And our minds go, ugh. But then that's why the expectation is like, let go of expectations. Now look, everybody's going to do that differently. I have my spiritual practices to do it. I let go and let God receive all energies, right? There's so many different ways to do that. But I think you are limitless. That means that you, of course, have the power to have an expectation and acknowledge beyond that there are other things that can happen. So be kind with yourself, with your expectations. Don't beat yourself up for expectations. It doesn't help. But if it's that child, right, you say, it's okay, honey, you can have that expectation. Let's see what happens. I just said this to my client today. I said, have you ever watched a movie and then watched the same movie with somebody else who's never seen it before, and the whole time they're like, well, what happens? What happens next? What's going to happen? And you're just like, we shut the fuck up and watch the movie, right? That's like what you got to do. You got to say, look, this child, I know, well, not the shut the fuck up part to your inner child. You love that child. Go, sweetheart, I know you want to know because you're afraid. It is. It's afraid it's not going to get what it wants, so it has to project into the future to have some sort of control. Uncertainty is part of it. Make friends with uncertainty. There is a limitless step. I have no idea what's going to happen, but something's coming and it's huge and it's a miracle, and usually you don't think of miracles as something horrible, so I don't know what it is. Of course, honey, but I'm here. Let's watch the movie. I love you. You want some popcorn? What do you need, baby? I love you. And no matter what comes, this is the one I say to the child of my heart, my sweet heart every day. No matter what comes, no matter what goes, no matter who shows up, no matter who leaves, I'm here. I love you. I love you no matter what happens, right? That's opening up to the divine power of your own limitlessness. Shit. 2 more cards. Journey of Love Oracle. We're just pulling one. I'm going to read it from the book. And then we're going to end with a Matt Kahn Healing Mantra Deck card, which I love those. We'll get to those. Nice deep breath, because this has been the angels, the goddesses, the gods, the masters, and the higher selves of all involved. This is all of them together in what I call the collective pantheon. Cool? Here we go. Nice deep breath. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, one card in clarity for this Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Where are we on the path of true love using the Journey of Love Oracle? Please, one card in clarity. That's the one. Jumped right between my fingers. Let's see who we got. She is the moon. I don't know who she is, but she's the moon. She is the moon. And that is card number 21, which makes a 3, card number of communication. 21. This one has come up before. I don't remember it specifically. Still relatively new, this deck. Let me read you. The way this oracle works, there are 3 parts of it. The first part kind of talks about the card and its essential meaning. The second is what it means as an oracle for you, and in this case for us, and then a poem. Yeah, this isn't terribly long. Let's do this. Please breathe while I do this. Number 21. She is the moon. The light of the moon ebbs and flows. The wisdom of patience is not about waiting around for something to happen rather than getting up and getting it done. The wisdom of patience is that of the gardener who consults the lunar calendar, the right timing promoting growth, planting when there is fertile soil, and allowing the soil to rest and replenish when it needs to. Okay, so there's the Kuan Yin part of it, right? That go with the flow, right? Be content. That God, Chinese bodhisattva of compassion and contentment, because there's a miracle in play. So how much of this is about the mental aspect, the attitude of patience? Where did we leave off here? You are being asked to check in with your timing. Now is the time. Is now the time for action or rest? I gotta say, it feels like rest. It can change quickly, just like the phases of the moon. If you are unsure, that's okay too. Perhaps you are waiting for more light to reveal the way. As the moon grows full, all things come in time. Your message comes through this oracle. Your manifestation is unfolding in perfect timing. If you feel something isn't happening fast enough or is happening quickly and you are unsure if you are really ready, be assured, all is well. If something is not clear to you and you would like it to be more so, the clarity you seek will come to you. Do not worry. Do not try to force the insight. Just be with what is happening now and trust. You are moving and growing and all is well. Soon you will see that for yourself. just as the moon grows full and revealing, even in the midst of deepest night. So yeah, there's definitely a part here about us not knowing, right? Kind of felt that from the get-go. She is the Moon really talks about that, about letting go of expectations, about taking the mental journey of the Six of Wands from a place of unknowing and uncertainty. And let's face it, none of us were ever rewarded for not knowing the answer, right? Like in school or anywhere, like if you say, oh, I don't know, oh, gold star, good for you. On the path of true love, it's a mystical path. It's a mystery. You do get a gold star by acknowledging, I have no idea, so I'm not going to drive myself crazy on this one. Letting the mechanistic aspect of the mind and the ego create all of this fiction to torture me, right? I'm going to chill. I'm going to be in my emotions. I'm going to get into that place of the Nine of Cups and flow, my darling, flow, flow. Rolling with the homies, right? Because there's a miracle in play. So here's the poem. Because we're limitless. Here is the poem. Waiting is the name of the poem. These moments are precious, like jewels on the crown of life. They beckon my heart, forming memories that sparkle with joy. And like the longing of a sweet caress, they draw me near, melting into one, showing what is possible on the journey of life, waiting for the seasons change. We gotta chill. We gotta chill, and you know what? We're earth signs. We can do that. Granted, we're mutable earth, changeable earth, right? Sand, we do shift with the other elements, right? The wind comes by, kind of stirs us up. Wave comes by, water, right? Fire tends not to, but fire can take us from mutable sand into mutable earth to fixed earth, because sand fuses into glass, right? So we are affected by and support the other elements, but we can do chill. We can do chill, but maybe we get a little restless, and that's okay too. One last card down, and here's what they said to me when I started this series this time around, that to do this one last, even though we're double dipping, it was it's the Masters, the voice of the Masters, just like the Chuck Spezzano Love Pack card that gave us expectations, which really, remember that. Let go of expectations however you can. We're in waning moon now, at least when I'm doing this. Full moon was 2-something a.m. this morning. Write it on a piece of paper, set it on fire, let it go. Right, let's see. Cancer. Oh, Leo. We're going into Leo moon next. So, which, always thinking. Yeah. So they said to do these last because it'll be the last card we remember, and then to just use the mantra as often as possible. That'll key you into the vibe of the rest of the reading. Well, let's see, right? Nice deep breath. Let's get a healing mantra here. Ah, my masters. Matt Kahn and the Masters, please. No shit, one card. Clarity, a healing mantra for the Virgo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign for January 2020. Please, what is a mantra that will help us through this, particularly with that expectations part? You know how we can be. We can so overthink things. So please, my masters, choose for us the perfect healing mantra for the Virgo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. January 2020, though timeless. I love this one, Illuminating the Truth. I love this one. I get this one. I'm willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. That couldn't be better. No, be better. I'm willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. Doesn't matter what the expectation is. Holy fuck. I love this one. I pulled this one a bunch of times because I know I'm a Virgo, right? The mind could, but what if, but what if, but what if? I am willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. I'm going to read this from the book. Yeah, one side is the name of the mantra, the other is the mantra itself. So, illuminating the truth. I am willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. Now, having done this one before, I can tell you that the child inside you be like, what do you mean no matter the outcome? Breathe through it. Honor that voice that wants to know so it can prepare itself. Why? Because it's afraid. You got to love what rises. Here we go. Illuminating the truth. Breathe. I am willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. When the truth is illuminated, you are no longer willing to settle for opinions, which are expectations, but instead yearn for a different reflection that can shift fear and apprehension into higher vibrations of acceptance. In the illumination of truth, It doesn't matter how much life gets inconvenienced or disrupted. Instead, the recognition of fact versus falsehood allows you to move past the shattering of expectations. The shattering of, I'm going to read that again just because it's here. Lost my space. It doesn't matter how much life gets inconvenienced or disrupted. Instead, the recognition of fact versus falsehood allows you to move past the shattering of expectations to commune with a reality beyond the horizon of your ingrained ideas. In other words, the thoughts that we have, the stories that we tell, what the mind mechanistically creates for us as a survival mechanism, but that is so very often wrong and are sowing the seeds of disappointment. This mantra is ideal for recovering from betrayal, because we always say, why did that happen? Why did that happen? Healing abandonment and dealing with distrust, right? Distrust of a miracle, right? And that is so about the child in the heart. Really, parent the child of the heart. Seeing the heart chakra as the inner child, so helpful, because you can feel when it starts to go, but it's okay, honey, I'm here, I love you, I love you. And you can say to it, we are willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. We are willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. Because it's a miracle. We're not supposed to know how it plays out, right? And what's the divine feminine, the goddess, saying? Chill, baby. Be at peace. Be content. Now, there's content of, oh, this is okay. And then there's the content, that higher vibrational divine content, like, let all things be exactly as they are, right? That's more the 9 of Cups here. And with the 6 of Swords, and notice the multiples of 3 there, that there is that thing of mental, emotional balance and harmony indicated in the 6 of Wands. So it's about keeping, oh my God, they just said even keel. Keel is the part of the boat, right? An even keel, to keep an eye on those expectations, to acknowledge them, not like they're showing me Daffy Duck with Aladdin's lamp. No, down, 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 mine, mine, mine. I'm stuffing it down. Don't do that. Just be like, it's okay, honey. It's okay. That's an expectation. We acknowledge it as an expectation. We let it go. It's okay. I love you. I love you. I love you. Or whatever process you use. Why? Because you're limitless. Then expectations are putting limits on the miracle. We're limitless. We are we are as the gods created us. The gods are limitless, so therefore we carry that with that in their nature within our own. Because she is the moon, patience. It's really, that's what that card is talking about, the journey of love. It's like, it's coming. If you're getting upset, that's okay. If you want clarity, it's on its way. But there's nothing you can do to speed this up. There's nothing you can do to slow this down. And illuminating the truth, the mantra, I am willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. That's a kick-ass read. Really, for 7 cards. Miracles, Kuan Yin, come here, 6 of Wands, expectation, you are limitless, she is the moon, and illuminating the truth. That just kicks ass. Well, may the Virgo Collective, me too, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, be blessed with all that they need on the path of true love for January 2020, that we may grow, that we may experience these miracles free of expectations, keeping ourselves in balance and flow, experience our limitless in patience, illuminating the truth while being willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. Feet firmly planted in reality, but mind open to see beyond the boundaries of our own expectations and step into a reality brand new for us in some miraculous way for the well-being of all. And so it is. It's a really long blessing. Thank you so much for watching my Virgo power, my Virgo Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, brothers and sisters. Please like and subscribe. Help me get to my 1,000 subscriptions so I can do super live chat and drunk tarot and all that stuff after this reading. Come on, come on, come on. Share this one to our Virgo brothers and sisters out there. I'm going to share it on I think on my Facebook feed. Oh, and by the way, I do have a Facebook group, Mark Angelo Lyons, .. for short, my Facebook group. It's a closed group. We just did something for full moon last night. So if you're interested, you subscribe, I'll let you in. Cool, cool. Again, thank you so much for watching, my sweethearts. Wishing you the very best and the very best of the path of true love for January 2020. But for now, miracles are coming. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.